Hello everybody, welcome to Bass and Bonsai. We are out of the house, out on the water. We are going fishing. This is a Saturday, the day after Black Friday, right? We had Thanksgiving. I'll show you the conditions real quick, and we're going to try to get out here and catch a largemouth bass. Probably on shaky head with the Zinkers, or a regular one, or a TRD, or maybe a finesse jig. I don't know if we'll be able to catch them on anything else. Might try very small chatterbaits and the little cranks like the Proberos. But we got kind of dirty water. Okay, so that clock, I haven't changed it. It is actually 11:13, 42 or so degree water temp. So the 40s, about 10 degrees colder than the last time we came fishing here. So I don't know if the bite will be on or not. I'm gonna throw you guys on the weird angle. So we're gonna start out on the chesty. Buckle up, hang on. This Bass and Bonsai adventure starts right now. Okay. Give you a quick rundown as I'm taking the reel socks off, and these are just like what they look like, black socks turned inside out, cut down. So my lightest combo I have with me today, it's usually the lightest one I bring out nowadays, Kiang Teton 661. You can get the 662 still. That is a Rugby Finesse from VMC. That is an 1/8 ounce, but 16th ounce, 1/8 ounce is roughly where I try to hang out. And then I've got the Dark Wolf Ultra spooled up with 10-pound Proberos. And let's get a first cast with it. Just kind of get it up close to the bank. Okay, so next we have our most controversial reel going right now, right? With us anyway, the way we've ordered them on AliExpress. So we've got the Feeling. You guys know the whole Purple Haze deal. Purple rod and reel combo with the purple bait, right? Just because we like fishing like a girl. And it works. And this has definitely a heavier head on it. Now I don't have hardly any line. I thought I had more line. I just stuck that line on there because that's a deep spool. It's a lot of line. It's more than the shallow spool would hold, but not enough for to even come close to, probably not even halfway. Now this is our noisy reel, if you guys remember right. You guys can hear it too, that noise. So just starting out, Power BFS, right? Let me get my little rod. This is the next to littlest one I got. I'm going to start out with some of the smaller stuff and then maybe even end up with the shaky head on it just to try it. So this is when I kind of get into my BFS stuff, right? You guys have seen me talk about all this different stuff, and this is where you'll a lot of times see me throwing these, like the Proberos and that kind of stuff, but I'm not 100% there yet. So I'm going to get out my just regular square bills because I do still have some in here that I want to try. And I need to try this chick magnet again. People keep swearing by it, but I just don't know. I don't have any faith in it. These, I think I have more faith in one of those doing something over that chick magnet. But the little Proberos I want to start with, I think. In this color, because this water is it's that cold, muddy stuff. If you guys remember right, last year, when I first got on out in the winter kind of thing, we did that Forever Fall deal, but when the water was real cold and murky, muddy looking, this space right here just seemed to be one that could get you a fish caught. Kind of like what you guys have seen the Tactical Bass boys talking about, to doing, burn pause type stuff. Maybe not quite that severe, but it's just one of those small, light, but bright, and just loud enough to get some attention. So even though I don't have any clue if it will get hit, I just want to throw it on this one, and that is our Carbon Light 6'6" medium light, Carbon Light 2.0, of course the Acura Ooh, I felt a bump. We had a first hit. I'm gonna get these other 3 rods out and then we'll get some jigs going. So here is my favorite of all of them, right? You guys remember I got this one for chatterbaits, and since then I figured out how well they work, so I ended up getting the whole lineup more or less, right? Or the lineup, the rods that I think would work for me. So I'm gonna get this thing rigged up with the jig. I'm gonna get this one, that's the 7-foot heavy. I'm gonna get it rigged up with the jig for sure. And then we've got, I did switch up, we got some blue line on them now. I got the 7-foot medium moderate. I'm gonna probably throw, I know you guys guessed it, some sort of maybe the chick magnet, just briefly. Let me give it a try real quick. I think if anything, maybe we get a hit on a crappie. So there you've seen our lineup. Got blue line. I intentionally only have it half spooled. Just kind of gives us a capabilities of throwing lighter baits a little easier, and it slows down our gear ratio just a hair for, you know, more for cranking, since this is an 8.5 to 1. So I'm just going to turn the boat, or turn myself in the boat. That thing reflecting on that reel looks cool. We're gonna just see if the old chick magnet, I've tried it in warmer water. You know, I just watched a deal with Andy Morgan fishing it, Lake Chickamauga. How awesome it works in that cold, murky, muddy, dirty water. In this chick magnet, we got about the same kind of deal going on. We both do not attract chicks, right? I like I can feel it working. I don't know why it don't work though. I don't know why it doesn't catch fish. I would swear that I could, you know, even if I don't get on a hit or bite, you know, kind of deal with it. As much as I've cast it, like I haven't even caught a fish on it. Now today, you know, cold water, 42-degree water temps may have something to do with it, but I fished this bait. Let's try one. Usually I can come out here, now not in cold water, but I can throw a rattle trap. Just zing a rattle trap out that way a lot of times, and just for whatever reason, I feel like I can like bring a fish in. Usually only one, maybe two. I'm sitting here rigging jigs up, and I just came across something. So we got the black and blue on our 6'9" medium heavy. And we're gonna work up to this area, but before we get up there, I'm gonna turn back around with that chick magnet and throw right where I just saw some fish. And then I'll probably back it up with the jig, because I saw a couple fish like almost suspended and then a couple on bottom. But anyway, there's that jig. If you remember right in that last video, I came out here towards the end of the day, I switched to that, changed up the color. So I'm gonna try that and in a couple other variations along with the black and blue. But I got this on our 7-foot heavy, extra fast or whatever with our Zillion. So that's our like power, gonna be everything, right, for the all the other like crazy stuff of, let's try one out here, frogs and any other bigger jigs, and just maybe the swim baits. All right, whole different world, right? I'm all bundled up now. I'm gonna throw that jig and just kind of swim it around, almost like you would be working the bank with a spinner bait, chatterbait, you know, underspin. Same thing with the finesse jig. I'm just throwing it out and just swimming it back. I've got those legs I have not cut at all. I just cut down the main body of the bait, so them legs are still kicking and carrying on, and the front skirt material is kind of flopping around. So if it gets close enough, this water visibility is pretty low, but if it gets close enough and they can feel that slight vibration, you know, it kind of is going to seem like something that's alive and moving. We got gunked big time. So if we can get up there, same kind of deal as last time, I believe. If we can get in around some gunk and work a bait through it, you know, across the tops, right by it, without getting gunked up, we may be able to get on some hit, some bite. So I'm gonna swim it a little faster. Okay, I've got 4 shaky heads with zinkers rigged up, different colors. I still got a crazy orange one I want to try, but I'm gonna try this little contraption. 16th ounce. This is something I can kind of swim and jostle around through here. So we need like lightweight, flappy, rattly. I'm hoping it doesn't get like bogged down in the gunk is what we got to find. Let's try the white one. Now we're also trying our 7-foot medium moderate. Should I would think also work. Just try it. I guess we may just go back to our colors we know that work too. Try them. There we go. Get in this boat. Oh my goodness. Get up here. We did not get skunked today. We didn't have a banana. That dude is feisty for being cold water. Settle down. You're not supposed to be that fired up. Of course, we yanked him on in. I wanted to get that first. Oh, that fish feels cold now. Oh my goodness. I'm going to get a pick just because it may be the only thing I catch. But there we go. 7-foot medium moderate for shaky head, right? Rugby finesse jig. 16th ounce zinkers. That's the white and watermelon, which I call baby bass. That pack I bought, they were definitely wider than I wanted them to be, but for these conditions, I think it's fine, because if you guys can make out the water clarity, it is maybe a foot visibility of like almost a mud stain looking water. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I want you guys to witness 42-degree water temps. Do we have a jumper? I can almost guarantee there's no way this fish will jump. Bad timing. Battery went dead right when I let that fish go. He was not a jumper. But anyway, caught him right there. Alright, this is getting old. It's getting old and boring. You get no fish. Go up there and hit where the one came from, where we know they should be. And then I'm out of here. So I said, you can come out and catch him. Oh, that dude is screaming. That dude, did you see how fast that fish was? I was going to say, you can come out and catch him. Look at that fish in this colder water, but man, the bite definitely. What in the world? Look at that albino looking dude. Oh my God. He looks like an albino or something. But when that water drops below 55, 50 for sure, it's definitely a whole different world, tougher bite. But let me get a pick and I'll be right back. Okay, the jig is up, right? The jig does work. Oh my God, took forever. But we caught a bass on that beautiful jig. And this sucker, watch this battery go dead again. But we're gonna see if we got a jumper. This fish feels frozen. Like, it feels so cold. That when you hear in the 30s, right, freezing, it's like, oh, that's freezing cold. But 42, that's still freezing cold. Let's see. Come on. Come on, dude. Nope, swam off. Yeah, like a foot of visibility. I was just kind of swimming that thing. I was just going to say, we are about done because that bite is so slow. All right, everybody. We're going to try to put a showstopper in this boat before I leave, but I'm going to put a wraps on this video. It has been dismal day. Now, good day on the water as far as I got out, you know, a few hours. Caught 2 fish, one on shaky head with the zinkers and the finesse jig, right? So as I say goodbye, this is definitely my last winter fishing trip, like out in a boat. You may see me go to testing or casting or maybe even fishing from the bank if it's thawed out kind of deal, but I had to drag the boat back out today, and I'm putting everything up, and we're gonna wait for it to freeze up and then thaw back out before we come out and go fishing again. I really want to wait. I can't wait until these temps get above, you know, back into that 50, 55 degree, and then that's when it'll be game on again. As you see though, you can go out and you can, you know, catch them, and I really thought there's supposed to be some weather coming in. It's been overcast. There's supposed to be rain coming later on this evening. I thought it may have them going. Not so much. Caught the one bass right here somewhere, and then one right over there. I've been up around that way. I don't know how much of the footage you'll see, but I fished briefly over in there, right off of this point, down the dam almost kind of like twice, and yeah, there is hardly no bites on it. But this place has been tough. It's just when the water goes down and you don't have all these like targets to aim for, you know, normally there's always some fish up tucked in here on that wood structure, up over in there, and then for whatever reason the dam just seems to be better when the water's up to its normal level. So it's the low cold water. There's no, you see how it's calm. I think it's like, what's weird is there may be like a pressure thing going on before this front's coming in that normally I think when it's hotter weather, it normally gets them fired up. It may actually have them turned down even more until that thing actually gets here. Anyway, this is a long-winded outro. Probably cut it off, you won't even see it. So hopefully you liked the little adventure. We got out here, cast several different things, only caught the 2 fish, but it was a good time. Glad I came out. It was worth it. Got a couple fish in the boat. Didn't really find out anything new. I knew coming out here, I already had in mind the rig. All the rods start with worms or jigs and, you know, bottom bouncing slow motion baits, right? So get out, go bass and bonsai for yourself, but whatever you guys do, make sure you have fun doing it. I am going to catch a showstopper, and then we're out of here. See ya.